Welcome back to the channel everyone. So in today's video we will discuss about recursion. So basically we will discuss about what is recursion and how it works. Okay, so let's begin. First of all, what is recursion? So basically recursion means function calls itself, or in other words we can say when we are calling a function from that function itself, then it is known as recursion. Now if you don't get the definition, don't worry, after seeing this program you will get it. So basically what we are going to do in this program, we are going to find a factorial of a given number, because finding a factorial of number is the simplest example of recursion to understand. Okay, so in case if you don't know how to find the factorial of number, let me show you quickly. So basically we have a formula that if you want to find n factorial, n is any number. So if you want to find factorial of n, so we have to write n factorial equals to n into then n minus 1 into n minus 2 into up to 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, basically this is the formula 3 here. Okay, so this is the formula to find a factorial of any number. So for example, if I want to find the factorial of 4, so what I have to do, I have to write 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So that's how we can find the factorial of any number. Okay, so basically the factorial of 4 is 24 here. And the other thing you have to know that factorial of 0 is always 1 and factorial of 1 is also always 1. Okay, so don't get confused in this both. Factorial of 0 is 1 and factorial of 1 is also 1. So that's how we can find the factorial. Now we are going to implement this formula in our recursion program. So let's begin here. So first of all, as you can see, we have a recursion class in the main method. So we are going to create another class here to find a factorial of a number. So this is our factorial class, and here what we have to do, we have to create a function to find a factorial. So basically we create integer type function, return type is integer, and say for example name of function is fact, and inside this we have to pass number, and we are going to find the factorial of n because we are passing n here. Now how to find a factorial? So first of all we have to specify the condition. If n is less than or equals to 1, then we have to return 1. Why? Because as I already mentioned, the factorial of 0 is also 1 and factorial of 1 is also 1. So if the number is less than or equal to 1, then the factorial is 1. That's why we are returning simply 1 here. But if the case is different, if the number is greater than 1, then we have to return n into, we have to call that function from here, and inside this function we have to write n minus 1. So this is the basically our formula. This is our formula. So as you can see here, our formula is n factorial equals to n into n minus 1 up to 3 into 2 into 1, right? So we are doing exact same thing here. We are returning n, and our initial n is 4. I will show you. We are specifying n into factorial of n minus 1. So basically what we are doing here, we are calling this factorial function from that function itself. As you can see here, I am calling this function from that function itself, and this is the concept of recursion. I can specify here recursion. This is the main concept of recursion, to call a function from that function itself. Now the last thing we have to do, we have to create an object of that class so that we can call that function, and then we can simply call it. But as you can see, it returns integer type value, so we have to fetch that value into integer variable. So I can write integer answer equals to f dot factorial, and let's say I want to find factorial of 4. Okay, we all know factorial of 4 is 24 because I have told you here. Okay, now factorial of 4, and then in the last we want to simply print it. So to print we have to write println and our answer. Okay, so done. This is the simplest program of recursion, and if I run the program now, we have to put semicolon. Okay, Now if I run the program, let's see what's the output. Okay, so we got the correct output. As you can see, we got 24 here, because 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 is 24, and the factorial of 4 is 24. So initially we have to call that function from here, because first of all we have to pass the value, and after passing this value, then we can call that function from within that function itself. Okay, because this is our factorial function, this is our fact function, and inside that function we are calling that function, and this is the concept of recursion. Okay, so if I specify another value, for example if I specify 5 here, and let's see what's the factorial of 5. So yeah, factorial of 5 is 120, which is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, so that's how we can find the factorial using the concept of recursion. So yeah, that's all for today's video. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section below. If you do like the video, please hit the like button and please subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned. Thank you.